We are going to move on. Stephanie and I have the Snapdragon. I like that.
Isn't that fun?
It is. And the shoes are fun too. So this is going to be your cork-wrapped wedge sandal. So if you were saying, okay, I like the idea that I don't have a high heel, but I do need a little bit of lift, I'm with you. So this is going to be that lift for you, but it's not like you're on a heel like this. So we have it for you in, this is called Natural. This one, and they all have a lot of color, but this is natural. This one is called black, and you can see that. And then, of course, in front of Stephanie, we've got yellow. And these are like shades of like multicolors in each one. I'll tell you, yellow is the most limited. We originally brought these in size 5.5 to 11, obviously including half sizes, but yellow is gonna be the first one to go if that's what you're going for. So this is, again, an easy slide in, no buckles, no bells and whistles.
Yeah, and the thing I love about these is they have a ramp feeling to them. So, you know, when you are, they sort of like mirror the step of your, when you're stepping out, and they're absolutely gorgeous. The colorations are just black, natural, yellow. The black takes that coral that's very trend right now at retail and in ready to wear. And the thing that I also love are the rhinestones that we placed on these. Little details. We use high quality rhinestones, and that's very important when you're looking for that shine of light retracting off of the stones. So this is just one of my favorites. It is so cute to put on the foot. Very jeans friendly. Great with a little tank top and jeans.
They're kind of happy. It's a floral print.
Yeah.
And it's fun too because we've seen like in the magazines and on the runways when, you know, spring and summer, all the spring summer fashions were hitting, you were seeing a lot of floral.
Yes.
And I love that we don't only now have floral in our clothing, but we now have it in our accessories.
Sure.
And that's the print that you see here. So like when I say black, it's not just black. It's a black floral with this beautiful coral mixed in, a little bit of white. When I say natural, it's a natural floral with coral and a little bit of black mixed in there. And then of course the yellow is like yellow and oranges and mango colors. It's just really, really great. These are also lightweight, and these are not, because sometimes when I see like a cork and a wedge, I think, is that gonna be heavy?
Right.
And these aren't.
Right. No, they're very lightweight. Again, that is something that's very important for Yellow Box. And this particular item is great if you're, you know, you don't want to go out and buy a new outfit. You just grab something simple in your closet, and it can be just like the models have, white jeans and a tank, or you know, just a colorful shirt. And that is your accessory. The accessory is the piece that is the new and the sassy part of your outfit. Yeah,
and I even love the way with that, you know, the accessorizing kind of accessorizes your outfit, but the shoe is accessorized even in itself. Like typically when you think of the straps of the shoe, you think of, you know, a shoe in a couple of different parts. You think of the strap part on top, and then you think of the sort of the heel area or the wedge area. But do you see how this strap extended all the way across the wedge? It could have just stopped right here, and then that would have been a completely different look. But the fact that it extended all the way down just gives it so much more presence, don't you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a personality shoe, you know? You just shine in these. And the thing I like about it, I'm actually 5'2", so I like a little lift, but I don't want high heels and I don't want high wedges. Yeah. So this is a great style. It'll give you a little lift, but you know, not too much, and you don't have to be concerned about, you know, oh, well, my feet are gonna be hurting at the end of the day. Right. Because it's just that little lift that you need, you know, to get that higher, you know, and also the thing about it is very easy to walk in with the ramp. And you can see, and you'll feel it when you put these on. They do have more of a contour underneath your foot in the insole, and that's important too because sometimes I'll see really cute sandals, but they're totally flat. Yeah. And the thing is, the underside of your foot is not totally flat. You need the contour that these shoes, in particular the ones you're looking at right here, are giving you. So that's gonna allow you to wear them for a longer period of time, to wear them more comfortably. And the fact that you're getting them, you're gonna order these today, you'll have them in about a week,
right? If you have things coming up for like 4th of July weekend and things of that nature, these are $49.95, not $70, which is what they, you know, they were kind of brushing right up against $70 at our regular price. Not only are they less than $50 now, you've got flex pay. So if you want to get them home, just try them out. $16.65 on any major credit card, any one that you have, you can get flex pay. If you have an HSN card, use it because you can get an extra flex payment, and that makes it $12.49 to get home for these shoes. And when we think, I mean, summer has only just begun.
Yeah.
There's so much sandal weather ahead of us. And you know, if these are not the right ones for you, stay with us because we've got lots more to come in this show. But if you like the lift, like Stephanie was saying, you're 5'2".
Right.
So do you wear maxi dresses?
Yes, all the time.
But see, because you're 5'2", a lot of times the maxi dresses, if you're not getting some lift, they're kind of brushing against the ground, right?
Same with pants.
That's
yeah.
true.
Wide leg pants that are so in right now, same thing. And the other thing is we have the non-slip on the outside, so that's really important for us too. Yeah,
definitely. I'm glad you reminded me to show that because that is, especially when we are gonna be, you know, on the deck, around the pool, all that kind of thing, you do wanna, you know, keep that in mind. Just to let you know, we have fewer than 800 of these remaining, that's it, and that's amongst all 3 colors, amongst all of the sizes that we have for you. If you love these, the ones you're seeing right there are the black. Yeah, that's black, but it's a black floral. So you don't have to feel like you're wearing like a heavy black shoe in June and July and August. The one you see right there is the yellow, and I think that's so pretty. It's so appropriate for yellow box shoes. And
we
it's
had to throw in a yellow, of course.
Yeah, it's like the citrus colors in the yellow. I call it sort of yellow, mango, that kind of thing. And then, of course, this is the natural that you see here. All floral, all beautiful. Can't go wrong with any of the choices that you're making this morning. And remember, free shipping, you've got flex pay, and go ahead and order sizes 5.5 to 11.